Man, every time I go live, I get reminded about why I picked a certain music, right? Because I'm sitting over getting pumped, dancing before I go live. Like, that's exactly why we picked some of that. What's
That's
up?
amazing.
Yeah,
That's
so Live with Leaders show, we love bringing on people disrupting the industry, doing great things. We're just leading the way. And of course, we got a great challenge coming up with my man, Dustin. What's going on, Dustin?
Hey, Nick, man, it's going good. It's going good. We're day 2 of the challenge, man. This is, we're already having a ton of fun. This is so cool.
Day 2 of the challenge. And man, why don't you speak a little bit about the little bit of challenge that you're flipping into a great opportunity that you're going through right now?
Oh, that challenge, man. Well, I run a real estate team, and one of the challenges that we have right now is that we have a lack of inventory. So even in a balanced market, you're sitting on 3 months of inventory, 4 months of inventory. We got 2 weeks. We got 2 weeks of inventory, man. Like, if we don't put any more inventory out there, it's all gone in 2 weeks. Right? I've been talking to 40-year veterans in this industry, and they're like, I haven't seen anything like this ever. Right? It's absolutely insane. So, I just spent an hour with my team brainstorming out, okay, so every single challenge that we deal with in our life and our business is a skill set and an opportunity waiting to happen. Right? Every single time. It's not the silver lining. It is an opportunity. How do we turn the fact that there's a lack of inventory out there into a strategic advantage? Right? That was what we were talking about the entire team meeting that I actually just finished a few minutes ago.
Right. Yeah, and then I know there's that challenge. Then you're also operating it from a remote destination right now too, right?
True. It's true. It's, I came down on vacation. I'm down in Mexico right now. So I came down on vacation, do a little work trip, have a little fun. And then the province decided to lock down, and Trudeau, our prime minister, said, you know what, we're going to stop flights until. And I'm like, that's wonderful. It's a good thing that I run an operation that's virtual, and I'm working more than full time. I'm in build and growth mode, right? Like you can do almost anything from your computer now, except for open doors. And my job is to serve my agents. So, at the end of the day, I'm still able to provide that value. But yeah, it's certainly disruptive, right? So at the end of the day, if Trudeau says, hey, you're going to be locked down in Mexico for the next 3 months, I'm like, okay.
Oh no, I'm stuck in Mexico.
People say that, people say that, but I love my team. I miss my family. I wanted to go home, but I'm not able to deal with that. Right. And it's all well and good to say, oh yeah, you're stuck there. It's like, I wish I was stuck there. I was like, yeah, whatever. It's still a gilded cage. Right. So at the end of the day, it's still a big challenge, right? I still have to operate my team. I still have to provide value to my people in the space of a very, very, very difficult seller's market, right? And I have to do that from here. So this is a challenge. But if I'm stuck down here, I'm gonna walk away with a much bigger business. This is going to become an opportunity, 1,000%, right?
Yeah, and like we were saying, this was something right here. What is this called? The Jackery. I'm telling y'all, this has like a built-in AC to stay cool when you're outside. You can bring this anywhere, and now it becomes like a mobile office, right? Plug in my computer, I plug in my phone. I'm able to take this anywhere, be able to plug in.
Well, I'm not the only one dealing with challenges right now, Nick. Like a lot of your audience, hey, BT, what's up? A lot of your audience, Mr. Town. Like, there's a ton of people out there that are suffering, and lockdowns and are all these artificial constructs that are getting in the way of you doing sales, and seller's market or lockdown, and you're not an essential service, or you are an essential service, whatever. Right. There's so many people out there that are sitting on their couch and like, what the hell am I going to do? Well, you've got time now on your hands. You have a opportunity. Look for the opportunity. Your business will be bigger than before your lockdown, before the challenge. If you're mindful, if you architect it, if you construct it, if you have the right attitude, or you can sit on your couch and wait. Right. Because business will come back eventually, but you might not be a licensed realtor when it does.
Well, I think that's amazing with exactly what you're doing here with the Mega Momentum Challenge. When you brought this to my plate, I'm like, hell yes, I'm in. Let's do it. Super excited for it. Like you said, we're on day 2 of the Mega Momentum Challenge. But Dustin, that's exactly what happened. We were in this position where it's like, okay, what are we going to do during this time? And it's like, how are we going to continue to add value to agents? How are we continue to share knowledge? And you figured out a way to do that. So why don't you tell us a little bit about this Mega Momentum Challenge?
Well, thanks, Nick. And I wanted to thank you again for participating again as a guest speaker. Servant leaders like you are why I built this program, is to give realtors more access to people that are not just talking the talk, but walking the walk, right? And that's you. And you, along with the lineup that we have in Mega Momentum, it's special. It's so amazing. It's such an amazing lineup. Like some of the coaches are like, oh my God, you got this sick lineup going on here. I know, it's because it's just all the right people just wanting to get back to our industry, man. So that's what it's about. But I started the Mega Momentum Challenge in my old brokerage that I just sold in 2019. And I built it because we were really good at bringing people into the industry, training them how to be six-figure realtors. And I had this challenge. The challenge that I had was that a new, the pun, the problem that I had was that new realtors would come into the industry, and there's a high turnover rate in our industry. 80% of realtors are not going to be here in 4 years, and that's without a pandemic.
Probably going to go even higher. And like you said, like with the pandemic, with everything happening, that turnover rate's going to go up through the roof.
It's through the roof, and the reason why is because they don't make their first dollar fast, right? So if you're a brand new agent, and if you're a brand spanking new agent, and you're just starting the industry, and you go 8 months without making a paycheck, and then you finally make your first paycheck, that's the paradigm that you fall into. You've also got this mental state that that's what the industry is for you, and it's not. It is not that. So my problem that I had was I needed to get my agents paid within 30 to 60 days. I needed to do a deal in 30 days, get paid in 60 days. And that's the paradigm that I wanted to fall into, because once they got into that space, they were doing twice the industry average, 3 times the industry average, because that's what it was like, oh, this is how it works. I'm like, yeah, this is how it works, right?
It's the momentum. Yeah.
It's the Mega Momentum, right? So I built that program to teach new agents. And then I found that seasoned veterans were starting to do the program. They're like, oh, this is pretty awesome. You know, they would move companies and they would do the program and then launch their business, or they'd fall into a rut and they had to get their butt kicked a little bit and some public accountability. They needed to be able to tap into that stuff, and they started seeing some serious success. And then when I sold my brokerage, I decided, you know what, I really want to get into the coaching space because I really love to give back to the industry. So what better way to do that to open up the challenge as a super conference that's basically like one of those value packed, like intensive conferences for a 3-day period, but stretch it over 30 days so it's super accessible, and fill it up with servant leaders like you that know what the hell they're doing, that can really offer high impact value to our audience, and then just kind of build it from there. And that's what we've been doing. And we're day 2.
Yeah. Day 2. And I think, like you said, the amazing thing is I'm looking at the lineup and I'm getting excited. I'm getting giddy. Like, oh, this person's speaking. This person's speaking. I'm like marking down the days in my calendar to make sure that I'm showing up and making sure that I'm getting a bunch of learning from them too. So, and I also think it's super important that a lot of these lessons and things that we're talking about, they might not be like pandemic COVID specific, but every coach has that top of mind. So each one is a little bit, I know my presentation is a little bit, I can speak for myself, is more molded toward what we should be doing right now, right? Because the Mega Momentum Challenge, it's about building momentum from this day forward, right? It's not in an ideal world, this is what you should do. No. Here is what has to be happening, because right now, let me tell you what, we are not living in an ideal world, right? We are not, I don't think anybody wakes up and says, man, thank God, like all this is happening right now, right? There's a lot of like bad things happening to families, a lot of things that are going on. And at the end of the day, we're not living in an ideal world, but this Mega Momentum Challenge, the coaches, the people, the speakers have this top of mind. So when we're going through these practices, it's not, here's what you should be doing when this is over. No. What you should be doing right now to build momentum for your business, to get that paycheck, to get to that next step.
That's exactly right. 1,000%. We actually went through the entire challenge from soup to nuts. And we looked at everything and said, okay, how can we make this like topically relevant today? And what we found was that there's only a couple of things that we had to tweak, like how to do a virtual open house and rock that out as opposed to physical open house, and a few strategies like that. But every speaker, every coach, everything that we teach, every blast off call that we do, every assignment that we give out is all evergreen. It is all relevant topically right now. It's stuff that you can do today in your business, Because, you know, at the end of the day, right now, to be able to build your business, it's not about advertising anymore. It's about attraction marketing. It's about bringing the customer to you, identifying who they are, building visibility, building authority, and then attracting your dream customers and hitting them over and over and over again with value. That's all this business is really about today, right?
Hey, you're speaking my language right now, brother.
Oh, man, I know. That's why I love having you on the show, because this is it's amazing. Like, it's, you know, this stuff inside and out. But what we do is we break it down. And we do systematic approach to building those skills and using public accountability and our leaderboard and other gamification techniques to be able to, you know, just have fun doing the things that traditionally be like, oh, that's boring, or I don't like to do that. But you know, people like to do are the things that make you the money, right? So, you know what, we gamify. We just have a lot of fun, and we do it in a safe space, an environment of like a team environment, right?
I think that one little tidbit that you just said, gamifying it. I know we hear it a bunch, and it's like, yeah, let's gamify, but how many of us are actually doing it? And I'll tell you what, I just caught myself today too, where I wasn't gamifying. I was like, hit my numbers, do these things. I started gamifying it, and all of a sudden because I'm very competitive, right? If you know me, especially growing up, I am ultra competitive. So like when I see that scoreboard, I'm like, man, I can't shoot less videos than like this person. I can't be doing less than them. So I'm over there trying to hit my numbers, like really going at it, because I just don't want to lose. I see a scoreboard and I want to make sure I get it done. So like when we think about gamifying it, it's how many of us are actually having scoreboards, having points, having point systems. And I was, who was it? In Key West, there was, wow, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. It's going to come to me right after this live. He's like, instead of having 1 point, he's like, why not make it 100 points? He's like, because everyone likes to see 100 points better, and it symbolizes the same thing. And it's just little tweaks like that you can make in your business that can tweak your mindset, that can really take yourself, your team, and so many other people to the next step.
Oh, it is. And it's so much fun too. Like, that's the thing. Like, it's a hard business. Like, it's not super, super easy, right? And yes, you can make 6 figures easy if you go to work and all that kind of stuff, right? But, you know, building new skill sets and doing some of the things that we don't like to do all the time, right? If we apply fun to those systems, then we're gamifying our business, right? It's, you know, like today, you know, putting your goal sheet together, identifying your strengths and weaknesses, and putting a vision board together. That was today's assignment. And it was a very simple exercise, right? But we gave out 10 points for that, right? We got people that just want to climb the leaderboard just to climb the damn leaderboard. But guess what? You can't climb the leaderboard without doing the things in your business that actually move your business forward, right? So, you know, that's gamification. That's how it works. So much fun. It's so much fun to see them compete against each other, man. Like, it's so cool.
Mega Momentum Challenge. How do I get started? How do I sign up? If I was new, like, where do I go to get involved in this Mega Momentum Challenge?
All right. Well, it's super easy. All you got to do is go to megamomentumchallenge.com, register for free. There are some upgrades that you can tap into. We got a bunch of tools. We've got breakout sessions that you can tap into as well. Those are paid. But you can take the challenge for free. Just go through it. If you want, like, you know, Nick's old video that we did in the fall, you get that for free. But if you want Nick's new video that he did, the new workshop, that's the upgrade, right? So guys, it's definitely worth it. We got tens of thousands of dollars of value coming from this lineup of epic coaches and speakers and trainers. These guys, again, they are not just talking the talk. This isn't somebody that runs a $20 million a year real estate coaching business, has never sold a real estate, piece of real estate. You know what I'm saying? It's not that. This is literally people doing the job right now and telling you exactly how they're doing it so you can do it too.
Yeah. Man, I'm with you. And I'll tell you what, I don't hold back on my videos, on my presentation with this, my Mega Momentum Challenge. I don't hold back in these videos. You know, we're giving everything we got. We're giving away our whole playbook, the trade secrets. You know, we're getting it out there. We're giving out the secret sauce. So definitely go ahead and check it out. It's absolutely free. megamomentumchallenge.com. Dustin, thank you for being a leader in the industry, stepping up, getting this done. And guys, we'll see you on the next one.
All right. See you in the challenge.